Hi everyone, it's Janelle from Meeple and Sheep, and today we're going to learn how to play Deep Blue. Woo-hoo. Welcome to the world of Deep Blue. Deep Blue is an awesome adventure game for families. It's great for 2 to 5 players. It plays in about 45 minutes to an hour, and it's good for ages 8 and up. So there's all these wonderful pieces in the game. The artwork is amazing, as you can see. So everybody gets 2 boats of their color, player board in their color, a starting crew which has 4 cards to help them start off. This is movement card. This has some money. Here it shows you it's also worth $2 and movement. Here it's worth $1 and you can exchange it for money. And a treasure chest, and this is where you're gonna put all your awesome treasure. Eventually you're gonna get all this treasure. And you're also going to have this communal diving board, and we're going to pick an adventure. So usually they say to start with Troubled Waters, which is like the basic start. It just changes the adventure a bit so that you can choose a different type of play format. There's also a bag here which contains wonderful treasure, and as you're diving you're going to be picking out some of this treasure. Look at all this treasure. So this is treasure in the bag. And on the board you will see that cards there's red cards and yellow cards, so depending on how deep you go in the ocean you get different types of adventures. So as you turn it over, it's a surprise, and then you get, this is a diving area where you can dive and you can place your boats, which gives you different special effects. So the object of the game is to score the most victory points by leading dives on wreck tiles, so a tile such as this. And the game ends when you found the 4 tiles to fill up this area here. So we don't know which one it is, but as you're going along, you're going to find tiles such as this with an arrow on it. And when you finish that dive, it's going to be placed here. Once all the 4 tiles are done and placed here, then the game ends and the person with the most victory points wins. On your turn, you can do one of 4 action. You can recruit a crew member. So you have to pay money here to recruit a crew member. And as they get recruited, so if you buy this one, for example, which is cost $2, everything else gets shifted down. And then you get a new card. You can sail. So if you have the right cards, so when you recruit a crew member, you have the cards with you. And you can sail, so this one you can move up twice, so you can actually move your boat, 2 boats for 1 movement each, or you can move 1 boat twice. So you can sail around and land on different sites to go deep sea diving. You can rest, so when you use a card, so let's say I use this card to move 2 movements away. This card now goes in my rest pile. So when you have cards in here that are used up, you have to take 1 turn to wake them up. So you let them rest, and then you can take them back in your hand, up to 3 cards back in your hand. So if there's more than 3 cards here, you have to shuffle them up and take some at random and put them back in your hand. The other option too is you can take a dive. Now the dive is the great part of the game, and what's great about it is even if it's not your turn, you can also participate in the dive. So let's say I'm here in this dive site. Purple guy is in this dive site, and I say I'm going to dive. So I'm going to put the little diving bell, ding ding. I'm going to be, let's say, in the red, which means that I get extra points if I get red cards. And because I'm only 1 away, I can actually join and participate in this dive. If there was another person already here, they can also participate in the dive. So it's not just the player that's playing that's participating, but that player controls the dive. That player also gets 3 extra dollars, which is victory points at the end of the game. So when you do a dive, you take out of the bag, because we're playing the Troubled Waters, we take 2 gems at a time from the bag. So I pulled out a gold, which is great. It's worth 2. doubloons or whatever. Is it doubloons? Probably. $2 or Canadian dollars. If you pull out the red one, then this is worth 4. So that's great. Woohoo! So, but what happens is if you pull out a black or a blue, bad things happen. So if you pull out a blue or black, you put them here. On your first blue, you're okay. This means you're missing on oxygen. On the second blue, you have to pay an oxygen to stay in the dive and keep playing. So if you can pay, so like this, if you have a card like this means you can pay for the oxygen. Look at the artwork. Isn't it amazing? If you want to, if you have this card and you get another blue out, let's say you get another blue out, every player that's in the dive has to, either they're on a blue thing here, so oxygen part here, so they get off and they're good, or they have a card like this, means they're good. It goes to rest because we used it. So we can stay in the dive, and then that means you can pull out more, or it's up to you if you want to stop. If you decide to pull out more and you're stuck with no oxygen or stuck with, this is monsters, there's monsters in this game, sea creatures. So if you get stuck without a black or a blue to help you out, then you're out of the dive. So you get some of the points, but not all the points. I find the blue is a great game. My son really likes to play it. It's action-packed. The colors are beautiful. I mean, who wouldn't like to go on a diving adventure? It's great that the cards are hidden until you get to them. The game always changes. You don't know where the final cards are. I really enjoyed this game, and I think you will too. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and comment below. Hope to see you next time.